I know you really can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to explain something to you. I've just taken my crummy little nail set. This nail set has been through the ringer. It's no good for a real nail set anymore. I beat on it. I should get some new nail sets. And I started tapping with the hammer, and I realized if you push down on the ball, I'm just taking my nail set, taking where that notch is, I'm pushing down on that, and I'm actually pushing and tightening that up right now, because as I push on the ball, it's loosening up the outside edge of this to where I can start pushing it over just with my nail set and no hammer. And I didn't know I could do that before. Now I'm doing this other one. I'm just doing this one just slightly over there. And I've got that one, I sunk that in a little bit. And I'm just going to leave the camera going, no monkey business. In fact, I think I might have done it too much. We'll see. We'll see. Look at that. That's how you really want it. Very easy now. Now I can check both of them. Pushing about the same amount on there. That's way better. Do you see that? That's how you adjust those. And again, if I wanted to raise it, I do the very opposite. Okay? And last thing you want to do is lower it down too far, because if you do, your socket, the ball is not in the socket as much. So now maybe your door starts chattering. And so what I ended up doing last time is up there, you see the little white buttons that I put on there? It's kind of hard to see them. Right before the socket, I'll get you up there a different way. Okay, stand by. Okay, I'm going to walk you up there. Last time I adjusted these, you see right there? It's just a white felt bumper. And I put that there, and I put that one there to keep these doors from chattering. As you close them, you don't want to hear it go click, 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 click. You know, every time you open and close the door, it rattles like that. Well, it's because you've got a little slot between your ball and your socket. This is the ball. See, I just push down on that, and then I could tighten that up. See, remember before, that little ring, remember it was sticking up above this edge about 1/16 of an inch, remember? Okay, that ball is now rubbing right there. It's not going to rub right there. If I had some paint touch-up, I could touch up that paint, which I do. And if you don't have any, if you got corrector fluid for an old typewriter, you could use that. Or you could use some white modeling glue. Or you could use some toothpaste even if you wanted, I guess. And see, sometimes these plates, you might be able to adjust them back and forth. This particular one you can't. If this was way off, you could put a double one of the felt bumpers. Or you'd have to take this out, notch it over, pre-drill it, put the screws back in, all that kind of good stuff. And you know, then it takes you a while longer. You know what I mean? Okay. So, if anything, I'm gonna actually see what I can do about just making that ever so little looser up there. Just a little bit, just a little, and see. Because, like I say, on this particular one, it always has a tendency open, close, open, close, open, close. And after a while, this outside edge, because when this spring goes down, it loosens up that outside ring around the ball, okay? And when that happens, on this particular one, it just has a tendency to just slightly want to shift it like it's unscrewing it. You know what I mean? So maybe if I get it just a hair tighter, or making it so it's a little bit looser when it opens and closes, it'll last a little bit longer before I have to get up there again and adjust it. See, that's pretty bueno, right? That's how it should be. It's not, it closes soft. It's soft because that silencer's there. It's soft because that ball is not shattering. If I took those silencers off, you'd hear it hitting the door stop, and it would probably just slightly chatter. And you can fix that by just putting the little door silencers up there. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna do one more turn, like a half a turn. I just don't want it to get too loose to where it wants to flop as it's closing. You know what I mean? And see, I'm just taking my nail set and being careful with it. Okay, I've done it about half a turn. Half a turn. And this is the type of stuff, you know, if you want something done right, you got to take a little time and effort. See, I can tell if I loosen it a little bit more, it's just going to start getting sloppy in there. And that's actually really nice. It's fine. I can open and close that all day long, along with the fix that I did on the handle. If you didn't watch that video, you probably should watch that video. Okay? I'm calling that good. So I'm pretty much, I'm done. You know, I'm liking how it opens and closes now. And, oh, way easier. And like I was saying, if you have not watched that video where I fixed these door handles, you might want to watch that, because that was an important step for this whole entire assembly. Okay, I go into detail how I fixed that. I had to run to the store and get some screws and some little nuts, and had I not had those, I wouldn't have been able to fix it. Okay, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I started this job at 2 o'clock, about 2 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock now, and that includes running to the store. That includes making a video. Had I not been making a video, I wouldn't be sitting here. It wouldn't have taken me as long. Okay, but I am very happy with the results here. Okay, nice, easy. That I can open and close this door nice with hardly any effort now. I don't have to jerk this thing. I don't have to worry about the handle falling off as it was before. It's very easy now. I can tell my wife I got it fixed. I can tell her, hey, at the first sign, 3 months from now, 4 months from now, if this door starts getting a little bit harder to open and close, it's going to be because that top thing's starting to unscrew out again. Okay, this left side, for some reason, never seems to want to do it. And maybe it's because of the way it's pulling this way instead of pulling this way. As you're pulling this way, I can see that's the same way that you're turning this to the left, like that. And that's the way to unscrew that, and that's going to pop up. The way this one's going, as it's pulling this way, it has a natural resistance of the pressure turning to the right. I can see that now. You see what I'm talking about? And so that's why this door always seems to stay about the way it is now. Okay, this is the one I just have to remember and check it myself in case my wife forgets to tell me. Because what she does, she seems to forget to tell me when it's harder for her to open and close. Because I don't usually close these very much. And if she forgets, all she does is just pull the handle a little bit harder when she closes it. And then I should be aware, oh, okay, I'm at the point now, I'm going to have to remind myself, I'm at the point where if she's having a hard time closing it, and it doesn't close as easy as it closes now, then I need to get up there, like I said, and tighten it back down with my nail set. Maybe put some crazy glue in there. I don't know if crazy glue would hold it or not. It might deter it from coming out. Crazy glue gel, let's say. Maybe something like that around the edge of that. But then that might mess things up for later too. And it might bond it, and then I can't adjust it. And if something happens, you know what I mean? So worst case, I just got to get up there on my ladder. I've got to remind myself, a mental note on this particular door. Just check it. 3 months from now, check it. I could even put a reminder on my phone if I really wanted to. Or, I just have to be aware of it, that's all. Okay? So, there you go. And, like I was telling you before, I'm gonna do a once over. I'm gonna get some simple green out, and I'm gonna kind of wipe around the door handles on both sides, and then I'm gonna put my tools away and put all my stuff away, get the vacuum out, vacuum it, and make it look like I was never there. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, and that's how you should leave any project you ever do. Any project, I'm telling you, just clean up after yourself, and when you're done, you're done. When you tell somebody you're done, they don't have to worry about, oh yeah, he's probably made another mess. VideoJoe's been here. He says it's done, and here all this stuff is all over the place, and the door's marked up because he wasn't paying attention, and his grubby paws were on the door over here and down there and up there and all that. Okay, yeah, VideoJoe, yeah, you've done swell, man. Thanks so much for helping. And you got the job done, but you didn't clean up. And the last thing people remember is, oh yeah, that's the guy who never cleans up after himself. He always leaves a mess, and he never vacuums the floor. When he gets done, he doesn't wipe the counters off. He's not aware of where he's putting his tools. Instead of putting the tools down here, he's got them on the counter, and then he pulls them off the counter and scratches. I've seen the scratch right there where he had his hammer, for Pete's sake. And then I look down there and it's all grubby and stuff. I got to wipe that all down, okay? Just, do a good job and finish right.